Hello everyone, welcome. We're just having a quick chat here with Stan Kutcher, the Liberal candidate for Halifax. My name is Chris and this is Amy and this is of course Stan. And we just have a few quick questions here that we're gonna ask Stan, a few of which have come in over Facebook. And without further ado, we're gonna get right to it. So the first question we have here, Stan, is in the past you've worked to bring mental health related jobs to Halifax. Tell us what you think that means to Halifax and how you hope to continue this trend.
Oh, well, the jobs that come to Halifax have to be built on the capacities and capabilities in the universities and in the community colleges and in other post-secondary institutions. So what we actually did here was build a large research enterprise that both improved the mental health of people through the work of the research teams, but also made new discoveries in treatments in other areas that help people's lives. So bringing those two together creates better health and better jobs. And the jobs that you get with these research enterprises are really good jobs. They're sustainable, they help the economy, they help people, they help families, and at the same time, they improve healthcare. How good does that get? So that's the way we have to keep doing, not only in mental health, but in all aspects of the Halifax economy. We can do that, we can bring things together, and the Liberal Party actually has a commitment of $100 million of research funding in brain health, which is what better place to bring a lot of that money than Halifax.
Right.
That's great.
That's awesome. Amy, you can go ahead and ask one if you want.
Yeah, a young woman, young ruler, I'm not sure how, someone named Cheryl Mason LeBlanc is asking, what is the Liberal Party going to do to improve health care in the short and the long term?
Ooh, healthcare is an incredibly complex topic, hugely complex. And so I think the most important thing is to make sure that people who really know a lot about healthcare are sitting at the table. And that's one of the major reasons I decided to run, because I've worked my entire professional life in healthcare. I've been the Associate Dean of the Medical School here. I work with the World Health Organization all over the globe. I participated in developing a number of Canadian health institutions. And I actually got tired of people who know very little about healthcare making those complex political decisions about your health, my health. So I think the first issue here is to have people who really know about healthcare sitting at the political decision-making table, because they have the competencies, the skills, the wisdom, the experience to make those decisions. Now, anybody that tells you that there's a simple solution to healthcare is completely wrong. It's not more doctors, it's not more nurses, it's not more money. That's not the solution to healthcare. We actually in this country have a structural problem in healthcare. The healthcare system was set up from the 1950s. Things are really, really different now. We're dealing with chronic diseases, we're dealing with aging populations, and the ways that we have set up our system have to be changed. There is no short-term fix. This is a long-term issue. We're going to have to look at medications, making sure that everybody in Canada gets access to medicines. We're going to have to look at home care as an alternative form of care. We're going to have to look at changing our human resources in healthcare, bringing different groups to work in healthcare. We're going to have to change the way that primary healthcare is delivered. A whole slew of different issues. So the bad news is there's no short-term fix. The good news is there's a tremendous amount that we can do in the long term, but we're not going to do it if we don't start now. So that's the issues around healthcare.
Right on. Thanks a lot, Stan. Well, our next question here comes from Vince Gorham, or Gorham. I apologize if I mispronounced that. What's your opinion on electoral reform in general, STV in particular? And I believe STV is single transferable vote.
Well, electoral reform is really incredibly complex. There are so many different options, so many different ways of looking at reforming or changing the electoral system. You just can't discuss it in even 20 minutes, a half an hour.
Yeah.
And STV is one of those components, only one of a variety of different options and different choices. What we really need to do in Canada is have an informed discussion about options. And what I would like to see is a discussion beginning for Canadians becoming invigorated and involved in understanding the complexities of these different systems. I'm very pleased that in this election, the numbers of people voting in the advanced polls has gone way up. It's huge. Over 2 million Canadians in the advanced polls. In Nova Scotia alone, greater than 75% increase from the previous elections. So this is a wonderful thing to see. Now we have to build on that and start talking about other more complicated issues like electoral reform.
Very interesting, thanks. That's cool.
And on a lighter note, Justin Dickey wants to know, how does they get the caramel in the caramel bar?
How do they get the caramel in a caramel bar? I have absolutely no idea. But if I had to try and figure it out, my guess would be that there would be some kind of enzyme put into a hollow chocolate component that over time would turn that chocolate into caramel. That would be my guess.
Hey.
But I have absolutely
That's
no
worth
idea
protecting.
at all. So I would guess that that would be a patented process that would somehow, liquefy some of the chocolate that's in there. That would be what I would guess, but I haven't got a clue.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm picturing 2 sheets of chocolate coming at each other.
Right. That would be right.
Right on.
You got me, man.
I do not know.
Who asked that question?
A young, I don't know if it's a young or old person named Justin Dickey.
Justin, you got me. I haven't got a clue. So I just made that up about the enzymes thing. I'm just trying to think of the chemistry of it, but I really haven't got a clue at all.
Well, that's great, Stan. Thanks a lot for taking a few questions
Oh,
from
it's
the
great.
internet.
That's great.
Great to
That's
see you
great.
again.
Thanks, Avery.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and hopefully we'll catch you next time.
Ciao for now.